about the leadership team. Can you tell us anything about the current structure, how it was formed, whether the project has looked to integrate key members from foundation partners such as Arthur and Guama Games, for example?
Yep. So obviously there was some help from the Arthur's team in the early days, and that's part of the reason why there's been that token migration, and they're also included in tokenomics for Orange, because Arthur's helped us with the initial setup and with obviously some technology, which you'll see more of as we release some of the products. However, the team now is completely standalone and separate. It's not a big team. It's a small team, and as you know, we're at the very start of our journey. We don't have a huge market cap. We haven't raised a lot, so it's a small team that will be growing as the project grows, and we'll be looking to grow that from the community. Our aim isn't to have a big, behind the scenes team running this thing. What we want to have is a skeleton team to get this thing off the ground, to get the right people involved and to get the right community built. But then it will be a DAO and a community driven project, and that's part of the reason why we stayed anon as well. But the team's very, very small. You've met Kevin. There's myself, and there's just a couple of back office guys, handling the back office stuff. But it's not a huge team right now.
No, we have a quite good amount of people that's doing develop.
Of course. And of course, the other part that's important for us to know is that you mentioned the partners. So Orange is an aggregator. We're not big on, we're going to be building all of these products, but we're an aggregator now. Part of what will make it successful is attracting the right partners. So you mentioned Guama. Guama is actually not they don't have anything like, they're not a founder or investor in this. What they are is one of our initial partners that had a good gaming platform that we could integrate quickly. Likewise with Arthos, they've brought their metaverse experience and some of their products to the table, and we're working with other partners. We're working with people like Kangle and on the decks, and other partners that I can't mention. But a lot of what we'll be doing is partner based, so that we'll be relying on our partners and the tools, the tool creators, to come and build those products on Orange. And then what we'll be doing is aggregating those and then making it easy for creators and users to come and utilize those tools. So our job will be more of an aggregation and go to market, and relying on our partners to come and build an Orange.
Okay, great answer. Well, if you need a host, then obviously consider this as my interview.
I was about to say so, because obviously you are connecting with other community members to collect the questions. So either they will speak up here, and then we can have interaction. Otherwise, you just represent them and share the question.
Yeah, of course. So I'll read it as I said before, verbatim. So the team is obviously anonymous by design. How will that work when it comes to live interviews and public appearances? Who will be the main spokesperson from the Orange Web3 core team in the short term, and also as we then move into becoming a DAO?
Sure. So in the short term, I mean, obviously you're talking to me today. We will do it the same as there's many other crypto projects where that we presented under pseudonyms as we are now. And then, as we've sort of highlighted, again, sort of similar to the last answer, is that it's going to be community driven. So as we proceed, there'll be community members, whether they remain anon or whether they'd prefer to use their real names. There will be community members that will step up and potentially take on those spokesman type roles as we proceed.
Nice. So diving into some of the more exciting technical aspects then, can you maybe elaborate on what a validator node is to those unfamiliar with the term? What that means to the Orange Web3 ecosystem, and I guess more importantly, when we can expect to see them introduced?
So I'm probably not the best person to explain what a validator is. As I said, I'm the marketing go-to-market class. But that's obviously a critical part of running a layer one, and it's a critical part of the infrastructure. We're currently working on that solution with our partners. I don't have a lot to share right now because I'm waiting on the development and particularly the audit, because obviously this is an important thing that needs to be fully audited and be secure and everything else. So I don't have any dates that I can share right now, but it is being actively worked on with our partners, and I can share more as that comes to hand. I can say that part of what we're looking to do with the validator nodes is one, that by having those, it will potentially create some extra utility for both Juice and Orange. And so we'd be looking, part of our strategies with the validator nodes is to provide opportunities for Juice, which we're aware that there's not many utility options for Juice right now, but before we go to mainnet, and also for founders key holders. So there may be some opportunity where maybe founders key holders get a first dibs, or they get some sort of a discounted access, something like that. But there'll be a benefit for founders key holders when it comes to that, and juice holders. But that share dates because I'm waiting with third parties. So once they're basically going through audit, I believe, and then there were some issues that they need to address. So I think we'll be able to share more once we work with that partner and have some more feedback. But we're not talking we're talking months. Not days, but not a year either.
So into next year. You touched there on founder keys. I've got a question here, which was whether there'd be sort of any extra benefits coming their way other than what you've already mentioned. Can you maybe elaborate any more on that?
Yeah, so this is something that we're actively working on. We understand the pain. I mean, I'm a founders key holder myself. I've got friends that bought them, as well. So we get it. We've done what we're currently focused on. We did one small airdrop. We are working with other partners to try and do just some straight airdrops to founders key holders where they'll get first access. There has been some discussion around VIP access and things like that. I know there was some discussion around gaming, but our thought pattern was that the founders key holders are not necessarily gamers, so there's a bit of a segment mismatch there. But what we're doing is looking at the different ideas around how we could do that. The validating nodes was one, talking to other projects around airdrops, and also exclusive access I think is going to be a big one. But ultimately, founders keys become valuable and you get the return when Orange goes up, right? Because it's all attached to Orange. So yes, we're looking at things that we can do specifically for founders key holders, but ultimately the underlying thing is to bring out these products and to bring out these strategies that drives up the value of Orange, which makes the founder key a much more attractive proposition. So a bit of both. We have to fix that Orange value. That makes everyone happy, but then also giving some exclusivity to founders keys. And of course, as we get into the DAO and things like that, the founders keys will have an important part when it comes to governance.
Yeah, I agree. So shifting to the big picture then, what milestones do you guys have in store for 2025? And when can we expect to see the much anticipated roadmap, certainly for the next sort of 18 months?
So the long-term vision is pretty clear, right? We want to aggregate the world's best UGC tool and provide those on an easy-to-use manner, right? That's the overreaching objective. We don't actually have an intent to release a detailed roadmap. And I think there's one of the things that's important to note is that, like I mentioned earlier, we're not a product builder. So I don't say that we're going to launch, we're going to build this product and how that does. What we are is an aggregator, which means a lot of the work that we do is around partnerships, and you would have seen a lot of the partnership announcements. So it's about bringing in the partners and then making it attractive for them to build on Orange, right? Now, we've released some of the ideas that we're working on. So obviously the testnet Dex, right, is one that's coming. That's with a partner. We've already launched the games. That's with another partner, with Ama, as we've seen. And then the other one is the World Builder, which is a metaverse-style product, which I was going to demo a little bit today, which is with another partner through connections with Afterwards. So those partners are bringing those products, and that's what we're focused on, is who are the partners and what are the products that are going to be the most important UGC products that we can go and bring those onto Orange. So we'll share more about the projects as they get closer to launch and as they come to hand. But ultimately, our objective is to provide the tools and the portal necessary so anyone can come along and launch on Orange. So as far as things like the major milestones for Orange as a layer one, I know there's big questions about when we're going to go to mainnet or things like that. And yes, we'll start to release that information as we have it. But things about when specific products might launch, I don't think that we can release a roadmap on that, because it's going to be more about attracting the right partners for the partners to come and build those things.
Okay. Next question. So by the end of 2025, what do you envisage Orange Web3 will look like from a user perspective?
Yep. So I think from a user perspective, as I mentioned, we want to be the aggregator of the world's best UGC tools. So I'd say by the end of next year, we'd want to have a powerful collection of UGC's lead tools with, an active community of creators who are able to, come along and monetize their creations on Web3 way better than they could in Web2.
You touched on partnerships before. Just looking at this next question, which is how does that contribute to growth in terms of both revenue and platform usage for those guys bringing communities across?
Well, yeah, that's part of it. So I think there's probably twofold with the partners. So the partnerships that we're talking about now, the first one is around, like I mentioned, those products and bringing those over the Orange. You've seen Ama has brought the gaming platform. As I mentioned, those other ones are in development with other partners. So I think one is around products and getting the people with tools and the cool products to bring those and to build those on Orange. And then the second one is, as you mentioned, the cross-community promotion. We're actively working with partners now to cross-promote, and I think that is a way more effective way to build community than other potential ways of just incentivizing people to come. I think the community cross promotion will be an effective way to build the community properly, and we need to get better at that too. So you will see some difference. We've only done the one partnership with AMA. We are working. There's another one scheduled already, I think, for a couple of weeks, Kevin. But we are aiming now to be doing at least 2 partner AMAs per month moving forward, which will help both you guys to get a bit of a feel for those partners, but also part of that cross community promotion and to have their communities learn more about Orange and bring them across.
Right. Hopefully that will play a bit of a part in that. So yeah, looking at the external support then, can you maybe give us an insight into how Avalanche supports Orange Web3?
So, I mean, we know the Avalanche guys. They're in regular conversation with them. They're helping us mostly around the tech side, obviously as a layer one. Their tech is important to us. And we also in discussions around investment. Right now, I don't have anything to announce. They're commercial discussions, but yeah, investment in tech are the main areas they're helping us.
Okay, nice. So moving into your kind of remit marketing. So obviously rich in experience. How do you plan to attract more serious investors into Orange Web3, especially now that we believe to be in a bull run?
Yes, I mean it's going to come down to anything, right? And we have to get the attention. We have to start building the community, and we have to start creating like utility so that there's something for people to do with the token. So what we've been focused on is releasing these UGC products. I think the world builder is going to be the first one, and that will be super important. We are also working on something super exciting that's focused on one of the big trends in crypto right now, which is around meme coins. I can't share a lot on that, but yes, there's some things that we're working on that will bring much more attention to Orange, in turn much more attention to the token, and then the cross promotion for the communities. It kind of moves together, but yeah, we've got to get the right pieces in place to bring those right crowds. I think part of the question you probably asked is about, because you mentioned it as serious investors versus maybe some of the Zealy crowd that we've had in the community. I think it's worth clarifying. The Zealy promotion was done, and the one that's not going on now is really focused around the gaming. The gaming community is a different segment to what we see as the investor community. So we're trying to develop different strategies for each. I think the investor one will come through the product launches, the community, cross community promotion, and things like that. Whereas on the Zealy stuff, it's more people that are looking to, get rich in crypto. And we did like the Go3 token with GoAma and test it token and things like that. That's targeted more at that Zealy crowd. So at the moment, we do have 2 segments that we're trying to address. Maybe there's some overlap sometimes, but we're trying to manage that as well.
Cool. Yeah, I think there are a lot of questions from the ambassador already. Maybe we can accept some time for people here to raise questions if you have any. Guys, if you are listening and you are having a few questions, please raise your hand. I will invite you to take.
Or later, maybe if you've got another one, we can keep through your list.
I mean, I've got a bit of a comprehensive list. I mean, probably from all the people on this chat anyway. So yeah, so some community members have noticed similarities between Orange Web3's branding, Orange Telco, a bit of a tinfoil hat on. Is this just coincidence, or is there something behind the brand name choice and also the name Orange, I guess?
No, it's pure coincidence. Actually, I wonder if that question was before or after the rebrand, because I think before the rebrand, we definitely had some similarities to Orange, or even the fonts we're using and stuff. A part of the rebrand is to further differentiate us away from anything linked with them. So yeah, we're separate. We're separate.
Good stuff. I've noticed, obviously, the partners keep rolling in, and it's super impressive. I know that previous projects have used that with a bit of a strategy to kind of promote their project. What do you say to those guys who think that might be the case? How do those partners sort of play into the bigger picture within Orange Web3 ecosystem?
So I think that's kind of a similar question to already answered. So yes, the partnerships are super important to us. We see the partnerships as twofold. Actually threefold. One is the Orange ecosystem, so bringing them to bring their tools to build. 2 is the cross community promotion, which you start to see a lot more of. And then 3 is actual monetization. So there is some opportunities. For instance, once we build the audience on the games, that's something that we can monetize by selling that audience to other projects, right? And other partners. They can come and run their own tournament. They can even run their own customized games, this sort of thing. So that's a potential future monetization play as well.
Okay, nice. I've said about, a few sort of questions that I've got. You've answered quite a lot of them. Lastly, many community members, they hold Juice tokens due to the RPOS migration, potentially looking at the focus being on Orange. Is the Juice token, I know, does it play a massive part moving forwards, going into the next 2025? So
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting actually, because Juice is the gas token on the mainnet. So once we go mainnet, Juice is the token, right? I mean, it's like AVAX on Avalanche, or Ethereum on Ethereum, and it's the gas token. So yes, Juice will be super important once we go to mainnet. However, it's not lost on us that we're not at mainnet yet, and there's we need to create additional utility and other things for Juice. So yes, I think Juice is going to be critical to moving forward because it's the gas token on mainnet. But in the meantime, we are looking for ways to enhance Juice utility and obviously the value, and that will come in things like potentially with things like the validated nodes, and there's other things that we're working on. We have thought about having Juice into the gaming as well. So we just want to do it right. We don't want to just throw Juice at everything. So we're looking for opportunities where we can add Juice and lift that value. But it's definitely a focus of us until we get to mainnet, and then once we have everything set up on testnet, we go to mainnet and we have a thriving mainnet. Well, then Juice is going to be super important.
Nice. We've got no more questions, guys. I thought, look, I've listed anything. I remember you sort of drop it into the chat. Raise your hand. We can get you on as well. For really comprehensive answers there. I'm not sure if there's anything else you want to say, Kevin. Is there at all?
No, there's no other person of this one.
Okay. So a good thing or a bad thing, right?
Do you have more questions? I think you have like 20 more. Also.
No. So these are questions that were all wrapped into other questions. So I'd ask one question, but there'll be sort of 3 or 4 in the same question. So yeah, they've kind of been consolidated into one more of that. Yeah.
So was what trends or innovations in Web3 space are we most excited about, and how does Orange fit into that landscape? Answer that one if you guys want to answer that.
Yeah.
So there's 2, I think. So I think there's 4. I will not actually. So I think there's 2 main ones. AI is obviously a big one right now, right? Everyone's just caught an AI and trying to get investment. AI is huge. But I think especially as it relates to UGC, the interesting thing about with AI is that it makes anyone, you don't need to be an artist or a skilled developer to start building stuff. So I think AI connected with the UGC really democratizes the ability to create, right? And so, yep. Just one sec, I'll answer this one and then we'll continue. And so then, I think with AI and tying that in with the tools that we have to making anyone anyone with the ability to come and create, really artistic element stuff. So I think AI is going to be a big one for us. And then the second one is around the meme coins. I don't know if you've seen.
There is a one layer blockchain. How does it work? How does it generate human with stuff like that? How does it generate? I really want to know about the project.
Sure. So it's another layer 1 blockchain. We will essentially provide you.
I think there's a lag.
This Perry relay. Perry, can you hear me talking?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, it's an improvement. So again, as a layer line, we're a layer line blockchain like an Avalanche or a Solana or these other blockchains. So our objective is to be a layer 1 blockchain, but then people will come and build on our chain. So part of being a layer 1 and what's important is to attract people to come and build. And we're a layer 1 with a focus predominantly around user generated content. So as a layer 1, we want to attract people to come and build their projects onto our chain, and use Orange then as their utility token and Juice as their gas token. So yeah, as a high-level summary, that's what we are as a layer. Hope that answers your question. On the other one I was talking about, the second part on the innovation is the meme coin thing, right? So I don't know, some of you might have seen the Interns article a day or two back. Meme coins has been one of the best performing in this current bull run, and it looks like it will continue. Now, meme coins are essentially user-generated content. I believe we're playing around with terms. It's basically user-generated crypto, right? So we are working on some interesting innovations around what we can do in that space to help people to come and build meme coins, and ideally on Orange. So we are working on some cool stuff there, which I'll share with you guys in the coming weeks.
Great. So I have found a question about for external investors. I know you've touched on that, but are there kind of any external investors, VCs? How's the funding for this? Does this kind of bootstrapped, or are there venture capitals behind all of this? Maybe talk a little bit about Core.
There's a number. There's a number. All I can say is there's a number of discussions and things going on. I don't have anything to announce today.
Okay, fair enough. I thought that might be the case.
I think what's important that I have seen around this.
Just looking at the chats here from Half, does Orange currently have any partners building on testnet? I know.
Yes, we do. Yeah, so we have testnet. Guama's there. Guama's spending over about 4 million gaming transactions, and they're testing it out for scalability and things like that. So Guama's sending stuff into their testnet, and we also have some DEX stuff centralized exchange stuff that's going on. No, what am I talking about? DEX stuff that's going on to the testnet as well. DEX, not CU.
I'm on a lot of questions over here.
Yeah, it's quite a key king wants to ask question. It's just the kind of.
No, I didn't hear what you guys said about Orange. I'm just wondering when is Orange is going to go mainnet? Was there a time frame on that?
So our objective is to go mainnet in 2025. But that's going to be somewhat market dependent because you want to time it right when we go mainnet. But our objective is to go mainnet in 2025.
So just in time for
Ideally, that's the plan.
Yeah, by the way, how are you guys seeing the bull market right now? What's your expectation? Do it last into 2026 or what's the interpretation on it?
Phil, you asking?
Anyone, in the space that you feel really want to now? Because we are saying that launching the menu in 2025, and a lot of people are saying that that may be late for the present. So we want to see the interpretation and want to share that with other people so they know that we're trying our best to time the market and all the efforts spent during the last few months is to be able to do that.
So, obviously, it's all prediction, right? We don't know for sure. But currently, we think we're at the start of the first pump. If you look at historical around, especially when it's been new technology, to look at what happened with ICO, you look at what happened with NFT, there was like a triple pump. So it was like the first one, and then the second and third pumps were even bigger. So and again, we don't know, but if you look at historical as the best guidance of the future, then we should probably see a bit of a dip and then a double pump throughout 2025. And that's what we'd be looking to capture one of those with the release of the main. But we got to wait and see how things go.
So with that said, are there plans on sort of raising the value for the token yourself? Or are you looking at more kind of organic growth during the tool run? Are there KOLs called?
Oh, of course. Yeah. So we're not just like resting and waiting for it. We have to get the attention out there. So part of that is the community cross promotion, and we're talking to some very big communities, right? So definitely the community cross promotion, but as I mentioned, I think that's number one. KOLs are getting not perhaps the same return that they used to get. So we're being selective, but we do have some KOL work that we'll be doing. So I think cross-community promotion, incentivize member as well. So incentivize referral, incentivizing you guys to go out and spread the word. We'll be introducing some incentivized referral very shortly. And then, KOL and more traditional sort of marketing. They're probably the three key areas.
So, little question, Kevin. I think we keep hearing this kind of extended side door, left-hand side door. I don't think anyone really knows, obviously. But I think going into 2025, when people start texting me saying, "What's this about crypto? What were you saying 2 years ago about Bitcoin?" Then I think that's probably been around the time of the peak. So we're not there yet. That might be on it. Yeah, I agree to capture some more into 2025.
Yeah, so from my perspective, right? So I have been in the space for a few years, and over the last 2 years, I was struggling a lot with the regulations in between the entities from different continents. So especially in crypto, during Biden administration, the crypto space was really, really difficult to handle. The regulation from US, Canada, Europe, APAC, Singapore, UAE, Those are all different. Sometimes it feels like the guys in charge want to choose crypto, and it's really, really hard for people who's developing a crypto project to handle that. If you want to grow, especially community or user base across the continent, then you have to build a different kind of regulations, which is very harmful for the space. But from since Trump took the election, right, the back is turned around. And now, right now, people are really feel really freely to develop what they want. They can do on sales and development, and that has been in place for a few years, and now they are trying to really just need to get it out because. As you can see, the president of the United States, right, president-elect of the United States, is talking about crypto and is promoting crypto. Wow. So I can see, and all of the institutions are trying to get crypto into their products. Maybe in this long run, you will see the ability to buy Bitcoin directly from the bank account. We don't know, but it's a very real space and it will last. I reckon if that happens, the bull run will last for like at least 5 years. Because with all I was prices will do this. Yeah, it will not. I reckon it will not be like a comedy kind of game. My previous cycles, it will be more like steady growth up the space, and every year you see 30%, 50% growth year on year. And after that, after 5 years, when Trump and his presidency, maybe we will see a bear market.
So you're saying this time is different, Kevin? Is that right? Is that what you said?
It is really different from the internal guy. It feels solid on building a project right now, to be honest. It feels so at ease and it really feels that you are supported by the board.
I've got another question here that just come in. So do we have first mover advantage? Is the UGC mark for the project is aiming for different than other UGC projects in this space? And if we don't have first mover advantage, what's the plan to outperform the competition? I think there's projects such as Energy to name one.
I think we do have first mover advantage. I mean, even if you look at things like OSCO and things like that, we're starting to own the term like Web3 UGC, and that's something that Orange can own, and I think we can own that positioning. And I think you'll see it as with things like the support from our partners, where we're not sort of building from scratch either. That we're using these partners are bringing in already established products and established things that work and putting them onto Orange. I think will give us a speed to market advantage as well.
Wanted to ask more.
I've got a
Yeah, try me that, please. And after this, we have someone else requested to speak, so I'll let people here ask the question directly. Please ask it.
Okay, my question goal is so now my question will I'm asking my question goal is how can the community contribute to Orange Web3 growth, and also how are they in notable partnership with other blockchain projects? How does Web3 plans to collaborate with traditional industry?
Okay, so maybe we break that in a couple of parts. How can the community help? I think the community is going to be about the creators and building the cool stuff that we put into the marketplace and onto the portal. So I think from our creators, we're a UGC platform, so the users are the ones who are literally generating content. So I think that's going to be a big part of the community. The other part is obviously spreading the word, and like I mentioned, we'll be introducing some incentivized referral. But I think spreading the word about Orange and what it involves and the opportunity that exists, I think will be a big one. And then as a project that is community driven, then I think there'll be opportunities for the board to step up and take part in the running of the Orange as a project, as we've seen with our ambassadors, and there'd be more opportunities for things like that as well. And then the second part was, are we partnering? So we got a lot of partnerships. Well, the partnerships, as I mentioned, was around product access to products and also cross promotion. I didn't really catch the last part. I think you said if we're partnering with traditional or something. If you want to just clarify, can you just clarify the last part of your question, or if somebody else caught it?
I didn't catch it on the end.
Yeah, I think he let us speak.
Okay, I mean, I've got another question that comes in, and let's come in if he's puts his hand up to raise as a speaker or comes back. So you were saying, it's on your point, Kevin, actually. So if you're saying that we're in a four-year, do we still see alts How do alts fit into that? Do you still see slow grow or still pumping, not pumping damage, but still lower tops in that vision, if you like?
So I realize you'll be like any other companies that are having the new product, like Orange Web3 is doing. So as you may all be aware that a lot of people, especially the scam guys in the space, a lot of that guys, and they really scam the text and they try to pump it as much as they can to get money. And those guys will disappear once the regulation comes in. So the regulation will open spaces for legit projects to build. Obviously, meme is another narrative right now, but serious and well invested projects and teams will start to have more places to go. And same thing with Orange Web3. Once we have product ready and we have everything in the correct place, then the regulation will help us in terms of getting growth, organic growth, not like coming on kind of thing. So we start to see more stable growth, 30%, 50% year on year. With alts, I'm not sure I can speak for all of projects, but legit rejects will start to grow and the scam rejects will disappear. And that's what they are trying to do with regulations. And obviously it depends on the liquidity moving from Bitcoin to other rejects. You may be already aware that once Bitcoin starts to run, the other rejects stay still. And so alt will start to grow until Bitcoin stops and stable price.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'm not sure I can't sure I can convince the wife who's got to wait for her holiday home in 5 years. So I'll have to work on a bit of a fun there.
Well, we can start to take by small holidays and yeah, we could work for you. Right?
Has anyone else got any questions? Did you say you've got something you wanted to share, Peel? As in then.
Yeah, we do actually. The problem is that we can't show it on Twitter. So what we're going to do is maybe we could set up a quick Discord Discord chat and share it there. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. I just wanted to like demo some of the world dogs.
Or do you want to jump? Should we jump across then, Kevin? Or
I'm going to start the space now in Discord and can jump into it. Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if you can, if you call that, but obviously there's a product demonstration going on over in the Discord chat. So I think that would be the end of the Twitter Spaces. Got over to our Discord. Yeah, just a look. The things that I'm not sure what the product was. But yeah, we'll look at it as product demos from there. I'll send a link, but let me just have a look at the link for those who aren't in the school.
Okay, I just started. I see a few people joining already.
Yeah, I'll copy in then.
So,
I believe Twitter Space have screen shares and things.
Listen, so make your way over to Discord. Okay, so I'll put a link in the chat. You guys can see that and join the stage there. That will take you straight to. Oh no, that's in the orange. So I'm on the wrong page. Okay, so for those still on, I'll put the link in the chat for the Discord. So make your way over there. We'll have a bit of a product demo.
Cool. See you over there, guys. Yeah, waiting for Phil to join.
Okay, let's. Hello, Phil. Yes, welcome. Okay. Yes, I can hear you. So just.
Do I have audio?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can screen that you test.
Yeah, I'll screen share screen.
Okay, let's get.
This surrounder thing, but I was mind the need to go shotguns for now. I think it's what takes 3 minutes.
After 2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. You guys can just see the Discord. Can you see anything except for Discord? You can just see the Discord.
put in telephone.
We need to turn our music. I don't know the way to be. She said that. So see away.
Yeah. I share Discord.
I can see them.
You can see what? Sorry.
I just see yes.
Yeah, but you can just see Discord, right? You can't see anything else. It's just sharing the Discord screen. Why I can't pick window? Okay. Do you see the window now?
Yeah, the window's come up. It's showing your Discord.
I was just showing my Discord. That's just so nice. Just showing Discord. This isn't working. Stand window. Here we go.
Maybe while that's loading, is there?
Here we go. Here we go. Now this is working. Okay. Now can you see?
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So this is obviously the old branding. This is very much in sort of alpha phase at the moment, this product. But this, I think,
Obviously, we've released the games, but this is going to be the first true UGC product that we have. So let me just jump in and I'll show you. Now, one of the cool things about this, especially some of you who have been across maybe with Alphox and the Vault and other metaverse projects before, is that there's no download. I'm just in a browser. I'm in an Arc browser. So this can load in any browser, mobile, desktop, whatever. And you can also enter on a headset. So you can click through here to enter on a headset, or you can just open it up in any type of browser. So I will enter the room now. So then I've got full access to it around as such. These are all links. So if I click this, it'll open up the link to the gaming portal, which of course needs to be on mobile. Let me go back. Oh, no, it's open. It's a different window. So one second here. So we can come in, we can move around as in any sort of metaverse. We have access to, I don't know why I keep going backwards. So we can put videos up, and open those in a link. We can also go through and visit other rooms. So if I click on this, because this is all link-based, that's literally just a hyperlink that was on the wall there. And then this will allow me to enter into another room. It's loading. Okay. And here we are with another space that we've created. Now, one of the cool things is that, I don't know why I'm coming backwards. Something's coming up. One of the cool things is that this isn't just about having rooms that other people have built, is the UGC element of it. So I'll just go back into the original room. What I can actually do, so this room here, what I can actually do is coming through a different link, and then I have the opportunity to create a room using this scene, or I can remix this scene. And so what we'll be exposing as part of this tool is not just the different metaverses in the different rooms, is actually the ability for anyone to be able to go in, and you'll either be able to start from an existing setup. You can see here, this mountain setup. And this is just a little box that we built for testing inside this room, right? So I can come in and I can, change particular assets. So I can move these assets around, okay? Or I can come down here and we have a full asset library where I can pick up, different tools, different kits. And then this is like, for instance, from Sketchfab. So I can pull in different elements. I can pull in any 3D file into here and put this in here. And then I can publish this scene. Once the scene's published, then we'll then go into the Orange marketplace and make it available for others to be able to come in, use your space, also to remix upon your space, add in different elements and that sort of thing. So we can actually also just get out of this. We can also just come in, and so you saw that scene before, just that mountain scene that we built that house in. So you can either start from scratch, and so we want to put in, say, a wall, full wall. Once that loads, we'll be able to see it, and then we'll be able to move it around. There we go, the wall there, and so on, and build out this space however I like, really, and then share it. Now, of course, the cool thing is that when I'm sharing it, now we can pull in assets from other metaverses and other things like that, and all of the interoperability and jumping between metaverses is all just link-based. So I think one of the coolest things about this platform is that, one, we'll be able to provide the assets and the ways for people to be able to build their metaverses, but it solves one of the key problems that we've had with metaverses in the past, which is the access and need to download the app and in some cases sideload to your Quests and things like that. Whereas this is all link-based, is URL-based, which makes the access way simpler. We actually will be, in order to sort of start dog fooding this a little bit, we'll probably set up, not in this room, for our next AMA. Yeah, that's working properly now. For the next AMA, we'll probably set up something like this event space where we'll be able to come in, and actually perform the AMA in this space. So, for instance, if we wanted to, let's just pick a bit of wall. Yeah, we'll start sharing demo links and test links for you guys in the community to start testing this out once it's ready. But what I can also do is, you see here, I can share my screen. Let me just pick the X. Oh, wait, maybe share that other lobby. See there. So now I can put that up against the wall. Of course, anyone that was in this room would be able to see this. I could do a demonstration. I could show stuff and whatever. So almost like a Zoom meeting, but with everything built into these rooms that are fully UGC and able to be built. We can also do chat, React, and all those sort of standard metaverse things.
You do some of that over here.
Yeah, I think we should do it in here, right? What do you guys think?
Oh, absolutely. Might as well use the product. Amazing setup.
And then you can come in and change your avatar and different things. You just check here. So you can change the name and avatar. When we go to change avatar, you have these are the pre-canned ones, but you can also create a new avatar. And by going into the new avatar, that will take you back into that section that I showed you before, where you can import, any 3D file and make that your avatar. So it's all fully customizable, full UGC. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think one of the cool things about it is going to be seeing what people do with it and the cool stuff that people create. Because it's not so much, it's less about creating the tools, but I think the exciting thing is going to be when people get their hand on those tools and make some really cool stuff.
So is this new technology then, Hill? Have you put it out to sort of companies or put it out there for people to test? Are they saying it's game changer?
So again, it's built on a few different technologies. One of the ones is Mozilla Hubs, is one of the primary technologies. They've fixed the problem with the link sharing and those types of things. There's a bit of work that's been put into this. As I mentioned, Orange don't build things, right? We aggregate. So this has been built by a company called Bedrock, which is building these types of solutions, and they'll be then building that on Orange. And then what we'll do is add the marketplace and have Orange as a token to be able to facilitate the marketplace and those types of things. So it's existing tech that we're bundling and aggregating into a UGC tool, which is part of our premise, right?
Absolutely. So the aim, I imagine, is for individual creators to come in, set up their space for whatever brands or IP that they're trying to sort of promote, all in this metaverse. This is basically Ready Player One, isn't it?
Yeah, and so imagine if I'm a corporate and I want to do my all hands in a space, I could come in and grab this space, and change the logo, add some of my corporate things, put a game over here, and bang, then send the link out, and all of my team can just jump into the all hands in this space. So it makes it very cool for people to be able to make customized spaces, and also with the linking for anyone to just grab a link and to jump straight in. So it's as easy to enter as a Zoom meeting, basically.
Are there people on standby to build this out if people don't want to sort of build it themselves?
I think, well, again, this comes down to the community and what we offer. Obviously, our partners would be willing for a fee to build this because it's part of their business. But what we'd like to see as Orange is for the community to come in and to start monetizing and building these things themselves, and then we can help facilitate and distribute that in the marketplace using both the Orange chain and Orange as a token. That of course drives Orange value, but then also helps for those creators to be able to monetize directly. That's part of the OGC vision, right? And this is just for metaverse, but imagine when you can do that with games. You can go and create your own casual gaming tournament. You can come and create, your own. We're working on things with AI, so you can make avatars, you can make, NPCs, those types of things as well. So the idea is you'll come in, you'll go to the portal. Today I want to build a metaverse world. Click, jump into this portal, build that world, share via a link, put it on the marketplace. That's the objective.
Is that close? Are we talking well?
This product here, as you can see, this product here is I'd say within probably 8 weeks of launch, and this will be the first proper UGC tool we'll be launching, and then the others will come as they come.
Ed, I think we'll have time for people here to ask some questions. Guys, if you want to ask questions, please feel free to raise your hand, request to speak, or just type in the message.
That's all.
With any interaction on chat? I mean, I'd say it's pretty impressive. It really, really is. And this is all from your laptop as well. So this is all available cross-platform, so mobile.
Mobile, if you can just jump on the link in mobile, it works fine. That's the game changer, especially for some of you that have been involved with the Vault. One of the issues with the Vault, you're just getting access, just getting people to get in there. But the game changer with this is it's literally just a link. Click on the link and you're in the world. I think that's how the user journey and user experience perspective. That's a game changer.
George is going to have some question.
Yeah, hi guys, thank you. This last part looks amazing. Yeah, I'm really impressed. I just wanted to say there were a couple of questions and comments in the general chat. So if you maybe have time, or anybody to go through and just comment them, because people did write questions them. I guess they're not totally okay with speaking live, so if you can spare just a few moments to check that.
Yeah, okay, I'll look through now.
I just want to also, just while you're going through those questions, I wanted to clarify one of the comments. One of the comments on the chat was about when I said that we're a small team and we're a startup. I don't think that needs to be taken the wrong way. We have the team necessary to make this thing successful. And as I said, that's because we're focused on aggregating and building out the go-to-market, right? If we were a team where we needed to build these things, we'd have the development team there, but we're working with partners for that. So by saying we have a small team, it doesn't mean that we're not prepared or that we're not going to be able to fire. It just means that that's just the nature of this business, that it can be operated with a small team, with the community support and our partner support to drive a lot of these things. That's by design, not a failure, if that makes sense.
God bless you for this reply. I think you returned smiles to many of us, because that was pretty harsh to read that comment. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that I was taken a little bit out of turn as to what I was saying. I don't see any limitations about us firing and being able to catch the bull run. It's just the nature of the business that we don't have a massive team because of we're an aggregator, not a builder.
So I've got a question. Are we going to see any of the Orange team on podcasts or interviews on networks such as Paul Barron or Real Vision in order to drive the UGC narrative? Ryan's first question.
Good question. To be completely honest, not like we don't have any now. Yes, right. When we have those things, yes, we'll be definitely doing those types of things. There's nothing in plan directly today. But yes, we fully intend to, as we go out and release these products and look to promote more, we'll be definitely doing the KOL thing. And as I mentioned, where the community is or where the audience is, leave you there, spruiking Orange.
And is UGC kind of one of the narratives that's going to sort of be popping up? Is it new and fresh? What is the marketing plan to get UGC out to the mainstream narrative, this pool market? I think we've touched on this a few times, haven't we, in different before.
Yeah, I think UGC is new and it is fresh. I think sometimes it requires some explanation because people don't realize that, things like Roblox and Fortnite are actually UGC platforms. I think what you'll see in the communication is definitely yes on the UGC, but we will also, you might have seen it a little bit with the interns last post, that we are looking at repositioning, well, not repositioning, but positioning the UGC as it relates directly to crypto and things like meme coins and stuff like that. So you may see some evolution of the narrative to make sure that we're getting the necessary cut through. We're okay to iterate. We're not stuck to our ideas, and we want to iterate and do what works. So if the message is working, we'll obviously continue, but we'll iterate as we need to get that message across as well. And I think we can be better at that. I think we are. I mean, as like the website, you saw the website's being relaunched with the new logo and the new, the visual overhaul, but there's more work to be done around the messaging and the narrative and getting that on the website as well. So, we're not resting. Those things need to be done, and we're aware that they need to be done, and we're working on them.
Just looking for more questions. Does the project have guaranteed funding to weather any market conditions for the foreseeable future? And if the bull run ends in the next sort of 2 months, does that mean we've just got to weather a storm?
Yes, this isn't a project. We're not a pump and dump. We're not, just survive the bull, just do the bull run and then run away from it. This is a long-term, serious project, or else, personally, I wouldn't be here. So yes, it has been necessary backing and a committed team that's looking long-term.
Any AAA games coming to Orange? Are there any other gaming companies building on Orange? Obviously, we know about Ama games.
I don't know the AAA. The AAA things come up a lot, but we may partner with AAA games, like from a promotional perspective and a cross promo type thing. But AAA games isn't our target. We're a user generated. It's more about it's going to be the opposite end of the scale. It's going to be hyper casual and these metaverse stuff like that literally people can build. So yeah, I mean, if you look at Roblox is probably the closest to what we'd like to be, right? So if you look at Roblox, you got hundreds, thousands of different games there of different levels of quality. I don't think any of them you'd consider AAA because they're user generated. So we're going to be more at the other end of the scale. But things like, for instance, partnerships on a metaverse space like this for a AAA title, yeah, certainly. There's definitely discussions, and from our network, we have access to people in that industry. But it's not part of our core. We're not out there chasing AAA titles, if that makes sense. Our core thing is on users and providing the tools for users to build their own content.
Yeah, to add on that, I think the community members here, if you are having something, games or anything that you want to plug in, feel free to raise the ticket rule. Would love to work with our community members to make that because it's through UTC.
What gaming engine is being used is another question that's come up.
Well, the gaming engine, you mean for the games the gaming platform that we currently have, that's all built on, that's basically H5 built on Tocos and Construct.
I'm literally picking messages out of the chat. I'm trying to work through.
It's not Unity. It's not Unity based, if that was the concern. But yeah.
And also, what Roland said, they feel like someone had said Unity and RFox last time that wasn't not really sure on that.
It's not. Yeah, it's not that. It's not that. We're actually going away from that because of things like this access and link sharing and things like that. So yeah, no, we're not building anything in Unity at the moment. Well, we're not building anything, but our partners aren't building anything that we're aware of.
George has popped in and said, when will teasers of this app start coming out? Because it looks, he said great, but it looks amazing. So when will we start?
Very soon. We don't. I'm personally, I don't like this idea of teasing forever. We're probably more, and this is probably driven by even me personally. We probably lean more towards the Apple side of things. We like to release things when they're ready and when they're good. That doesn't mean that we're going to take forever to launch stuff. It just means that we want it to have to a certain level of and not over promise and under deliver. We'd rather under promise and over deliver, if that makes sense. So yes, we will do teasers once we have the timeline of which we think it's ready to launch. We'll work backwards from there. We don't want to sort of be endlessly teasing, if that makes sense. But yes, we will put teasers out, and I'd suggest there'll be teasers coming out for this within the next couple of weeks. This is something that I don't want to commit to a date, but we want to launch quickly.
I can't see any more. There is one more question. What is Orange doing with COGS? So is in the COGS something that is being implemented, or is that more of an RFox?
We don't have anything to do with COGS. That's the RFox question. Again, you broke up a bit.
Quote I'm quoting the question. What are you guys going to do differently than RFox did, and what have you learned from their massive flop?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different project. I mean, RFox was a metaverse-based project. We're a UGC-based project. I think one of the main things that we're going to do differently is RFox was very focused on building things. We're very focused on aggregating things. And remember, we're a layer one. Layer one is not, we don't survive by what we build on the chain. It's about making the chain out from the build.
Get to the lot of than 10. Take it.
I says I aren't gifted.
This try to spend. I need to put swallow for the arm to go with the band and still buffing the meat over.
So we'll be watching the market and trying to pick it at the right time, which is obviously ideal. Hard to do, but ideally that's what we'd like to do. But our objective is within 2025.
Will Benny be attending the call, Luke? ? I think that's reference to RFox team. Do they link into?
They're not involved. I mean, they're a partner. They helped us initially set up. They helped us with some tech. Have helped us with some of this metaverse tech that we demoed. But they're not. RFox isn't actively involved in day to day. They're doing their own things.
Yeah, we are two separate projects. So just keeping I reckon a lot of people from RFox are asking the questions relating to RFox and Orange Web3. Just a reminder, we are two separate projects. RFox is one of the partners that are working with Orange to develop UTC, on-chain activities and everything else. Beside RFox, Orange also have Goama and other projects, other partners that you already see. And from time to time, we will launch more products from other partners too. So just don't put yourself into just RFox connection with Orange. RFox is just one of the partners with us.
When do you expect some marketing support from Avalanche? They are supporting several AVAX projects.
They've already helped us a little bit.
Yeah, they've helped us a little bit already, and they will continue more once we do big pushes. As we have new product launches, massive partner launches and things like that. I'm sure AVAX will help us. We're in regular discussion with them. There's a good relationship between Orange and AVAX, so as we need help, they're there.
We've got a few people typing, so
I think just always, if we have any, just 2 more questions and then we'll close this stage.
Yeah.
We have been doing it for more than an hour already.
someone's writing a book. George is definitely writing a book.
Guys, well, let's know. Do you have any questions? I think that's it. That's summer.
I think it's more the sort of concern, well, not concern, but the merging of Artfox and Orange, and how they kind of merged but different projects as well. So maybe after this, it might be sort of wise to push out a bit of something that, I don't know, maybe it's Orange different to, sorry, I'm just reading the chats, Orange different to Artfox. I think there's a lot of people that still think it's the same project. So yeah, we've got to really try and not convince anybody, but divide. Yeah, as SV said, I get there's a clear division between Artfox and this project. Just got to really push that communication, I guess. I can't see any more questions in the chats. Yeah, and I think that's it. Do you want me to write?
Just the noted on that. Well, we note on that communication part. I wasn't aware that it was so unclear, so we'll try and clear that up both from our side, and we can talk to the Artfox guys to note it to their community as well. Great. Thanks. Just from my side, thanks everyone. Awesome questions. Lots of stuff going on, and we'll share more as we can. Watch this space. I think there's some really exciting stuff to come, and we're super excited to share it with you guys as it's ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Guys, looking forward to seeing everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, and to the guys in the community asking the fantastic questions. I just want to remind everyone, follow us on socials, stay updated on all the latest news and developments. Get involved with the competitions. I think there's a competition running now to create a meme. It's got a prize pool of $500, I believe. So, and if you haven't played any of the games online already, then there's opportunity to earn more Orange, which is always good. Tournaments are free to enter there, and you can check those out at orangeweb3.com/games. Thank you again so much, Paul, today. It's been completely worthwhile for everyone involved. And let's Paul, when next PLAMA? Maybe finish them out.
Well, I'm going to be on a couple of partnership AMAs. So we have some partnership AMAs coming up in December. Well, one in late November, right? One late November and one in December. So I'll be on both of those, and we can also set something else up after those possible.
Yeah, we'll have more AMAs coming up for sure. Yeah, and we know that we are lacking a lot of AMAs for the beginning, and once the product is already there, we'll have something to show you guys who will have more AMAs. Could you guys pick it? Okay, that was pretty good. So just one quick reminder: if you are developing any games that you feel like you want to make money out of it, want to integrate with a blockchain, and want to have a team to support you guys, reach out to us. We are at BTC platform. We are more than happy to work out with you guys, especially